and with public voting, the electors go on and take pledge to vote for the particular candidates, and after that, the electors who get elected by the people, they get to vote. They get to do indirect voting at the Electoral College, and the president is chosen by having the elected president. They should have a majority of 270 votes. And in case of a tie, the House of Representatives or the Congress gets to choose the president in case of a tie. That's the current process. And as for the the presence of human and system elements is always inevitable. But the current ratio, as we can see, is we can say 75-25, 75 playing for the human presence. And after that, to describe some of the goodness of the current as-is process is easy. But what I feel is, what may be good for today is maybe obsolete tomorrow. So some of the interesting points that I'd like to make is like the way of debating between the candidates and representing a party by official nomination by the party members gives chance for people with different ideological framework to prove their point and compete and have a tough competition between each other. That brings out the goodness in the people, and that brings out the good qualities of a candidature. Okay, so these are some of the points that I felt is good. I guess you will get to know when you see the slides or you see my documentation. The 2B process, there are always lots of opportunities for improvement in any given process because of the given time, any process can be improved. One important improvement that we do would be to introduce the online polling for various functionalities of the process. And as for the 2B process diagram, there we go. Okay. Most of them I'd like to keep it the same way, but some of the ideas I've changed and I put it down in red so that you get to know easily. The process of the vice presidential candidate must be chosen. Choosing the vice presidential candidate must not be done by the presidential candidate. Instead of that, even the vice presidential candidate should be given an equal opportunity by voting by the party members and the party leader. And after that, and for the independent candidates, the process of obtaining large number of signatures must be made as an online polling. As we saw in July 7, 2007, the world chose another set of 7 wonders by online polling. This was done over a period of an year, and many signatures were obtained just to vote for their favorite, to vote for the nominated 7 wonders. So I'd like to implement that here to obtain the large number of signatures, so that the candidate proves his quality or something, whatever. This I have proposed. This is a software model that I propose for implementing. This is going to provide the integrity of the whole electoral process. This I have given in detail in the documentation, and also you can get to see it in the slides. And that's the public secure. And also this process can be used for the public secure online voting as well. Online voting it does involve the equipments such as PC and all the other stuff. But given some time, I guess everybody in every house in this world will have a PC and an internet connection. And I guess we don't have to stand in queues anymore. With the indirect popular voting at the Electoral College, the electors used to have restrictions. Now the electors do take pledge to vote for a presidential candidate, and the people who vote for the electors, they think that the electors are going to vote for their presidential candidate. But the electors can be unfaithful and vote for another candidate. So this must be removed. And since the people are going to, and since it's only by the people, so it should always stay. It should always stay by the people only. And the electors doesn't have the right to choose a different candidature. And in case of a tie, there must be an overall online polling by people between the top candidates to choose the president, and not just by the House of Representatives. And it doesn't rest with the House of Representatives to choose them. And to be processed, the human element is always necessary in everything, but the amount of presence is what that matters. To be processed, what we do have the presence of human element, but the systems element take care of some of the stuffs like the integrity. So by that, it removes some of the dishonest part of the electoral process. That's what I'm trying to implement, and that's what I'm trying to say. Like some of the important bases of the electoral process can be taken care by the system instead of us. And as I said earlier, my assessment is based upon the success criteria and mainly on the transparency, integrity, quality, and time and money. I am trying to implement the top priorities into the process, like people's opinion to express transparency, online voting to express integrity, people's opinion to express quality of the candidature, and we can achieve this. And when we achieve this, the process gets simpler. And when the process gets simpler, we can always save upon time and money. The redesign of the project, the implementation of the process or the proposed process is done in what I call as a phased implementation. The changes are implemented with each electoral process, and is also based upon the trial correction method, as I said earlier. First phase we would start with obtaining the signatures by the independent candidates from the public by online polling. I try to implement this phase in smaller states such as Illinois or states with less population. By that way, we get to take lots of trial, and then if it doesn't work out, we can always switch back to the as-is process. And the second phase would be the general election by the public by online voting with the same strategy used in